Hi, my name's Daryl Long. I'm a producer at Ubisoft on Far Cry 5.
Darren, what are you showing here new with Far Cry 5 at E3?
Well, at Far Cry 5, it's really, we started the genesis of this project 3 years ago. And we started thinking, after Far Cry 4, we had a team working on Primal, and we thought, how are we going to make Far Cry 5 different? And we realized, we looked at the DNA of the brand, we looked at the DNA of what makes Far Cry special, and it's that ability to approach a situation from any angle. You know, you go to an outpost in Far Cry 4, you can choose whether you go stealth or long range or just go in like Rambo style, and you can approach the game any way you want. But the story wasn't like that. You know, there's still that linear story, that red line. So we said, all right, let's do it a little bit different. Let's apply the outpost idea of a 360-degree approach, attack from any angle, and let's do that with the entire game. So we said, all right, let's make the story so you can approach it how you want, and let the players decide how they're going to tackle the story. So the entire game really is open for the first time. And that a lot of people, they're like, well, what does that really mean? And the easiest way I can explain it is, in the E3 demo, you can actually play it however you want. You don't have to go and take Fall's End first and then go do something else. No, you can just turn around right away and go wherever you want. And something really funny happened to me when I was playing it last week. I started out the demo and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go get Nick Rye. I'm going to go get Nick Rye as my guns for hire. I'm going to get him to play with me. And then I got the airplane. I got up in the airplane, which is another great new thing about Far Cry. I get in the airplane, I'm just flying around and I'm bombing cultists. I'm having a great time. And I realized, can I take Fall's End now? And I was able to. And like, it all works. So it's really a game where you can tackle the story, the open world, and everything in whatever order you want as a gamer.
What does having this game take place in like the Midwest United States open up for you creatively?
Well, for us, the decision to go to Montana was actually a bit spontaneous. We always look at a bunch of different places, right? We always want to think, okay, where will the next Far Cry be? We're looking for a frontier, looking for a place where, you know, people will believe that anything could happen. And when we decided to take the trip to Montana, we got there, and honestly, big sky country, we fell in love right away. We looked around, we met the people there, and it's just amazing people in Montana. They're super cool. They've got this spirit of, you know, self-reliance. They work their way through their own situations, and we thought, okay, that's a really Far Cry vibe. We thought it was perfect. We fell in love right away.
One of your team, we interviewed one of your team members a few weeks ago pre-E3, and they mentioned that they went to Montana, and when they came back, they bought a truck.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it changed a lot of people, honestly. We met some people there and we realized, you know what, like, if you want to be independent, if you want to be self-reliant, you need to prepare. And yeah, for sure, that affected some people on the team.
So Far Cry series is known for their awesome evil antagonists. Talk about the antagonist in this game.
Sure, the antagonist here, it's Joseph Seed. He's a man who calls himself the Father, and he's the leader of a cult that believes that the end of the world is coming, that the collapse is near. And what they're doing, they're preparing for this collapse. They're preparing for the end of times. And the way they're doing it, they're collecting food, water, ammo, and people. They believe that their mission is to save as many souls as they can from the collapse. And they're doing that by taking people whether they want to be taken or not. So this is a man who truly believes that he's heard a voice in his head. And he believes that's the voice of God. And he believes that what he is doing is the right thing. And the player goes into that situation and basically fights back.
Talk about some of the old game mechanics that will be making return in Far Cry 5, as well as new ones that you're introducing for the first time.
Well, one of the big things is the animals, of course. You know, Far Cry's always been a game where you go to an outpost and you see an animal in a cage and you say, there's my opportunity. The surprise part is that you don't know what the animal's going to do once you set it free. We've taken that to the next level. So now we have what we call the for hire system. It's a whole ecosystem of you can build your own squad. So in the game, you're building your resistance. You're really building the people in Montana to fight back against the cult in Joseph Seed. So you can hire what we call guns for hire. These are people that will join your squad and fight alongside you. You can actually direct them in battle and actually do tactics and strategy with them. But the animals, we've taken it to the next step with the fangs for hire system. So you can actually invite an animal into your squad. You can tame an animal and bring it in. And for example, in the E3 demo, we've got Boomer, who's your dog. And he's an animal with tons of different abilities. He can help you with stealth, he can help you with hunting, and actually he can steal weapons from the enemies and bring them back to you and help you out. And then of course the next is Friends for Hire. So you can play the entire game start to finish in co-op.
Is it drop in and drop out at any time?
That's right, it is. You can drop in or drop out at any time.
So how does that affect your progress in the story if you're farther along than your friend?
Well, right now what we're looking at is that if you join your friend's game, you're playing your friend's game.
Okay. Yeah. So from a creative point of view, how do you guys deal with some of the themes and subtext in this? I guess it could be arguably controversial, like antagonist and story.
Well, it's really a game. It's about the father, and it's about Joseph Seed's mission to save souls from the collapse. So we're trying to be, respectful as we can of the people of Montana, but really it's a game about a cult. It's a game about a cult that's moved into an area. We did lots of research. We talked to some cult experts, and we wanted to make sure that we were treating this properly.
Talk about some of the new weapons you can fire off in the game.
Okay, well, right now we're not going to the details of the weapons, but in the demo, you got your AR, and you can also play around with some sniper rifles. So there's already a good variety of weapons in the E3 demo.
How big is the map compared to like Far Cry Primal?
It's actually the largest Far Cry map we've ever made. It's quite a bit larger.
When does the game come out? What platforms will it be on?
The game comes out in February 2018. It's going to be on PS4, PS4 Pro, Xbox One, and Scorpio, and PC.